This is Max Michaelani, and you're listening to the Crowject.
Machine McLeod, left foot goal. Oh, don't tell me. He's a superstar. Don't tell me. Oh!
Bounces straight up, leaves a path the ball. Oh, they're having holes.
Williams out Nick Kelly. Can she be the hero? Kick off goal.
She's done it.
Back towards Jarman. Jarman! Yes! Darren Jarman!
Here's the mark of the year. Well say now. No one will stand.
Eddie fooled them all. Escaped. Eddie bats.
Hello and welcome to episode 266 of the Crowject podcast. Thank you to our sponsors in Surly Designs, Nathaniel's Coffee and Paninis, Trojan Aluminium, ARC General Maintenance, and thank you to our amazing Patreons. Tonight we're going to discuss our loss to the Hawks, all of the post-game slumming. What does that mean, Ben?
Slumming about because we fucking suck.
Yeah, makes sense. And of course, over on Patreon, at the end, we'll have our segment straight with Fantasyland, Around the Grounds, and some general chat. I'm Sophie. It's not just me. I have Elodie.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Going awesome.
Great to hear. We have Ben. How are you?
I'm so good. This is just so up and about the Crows at the moment.
There was no sarcasm here tonight at all.
None.
And Lleyton, how are you?
I'm not feeling too great about the Crows, to be honest.
What? This is out of
Nancy.
nowhere, lady.
But everything else good.
That's great.
Yeah, all
Love
the
to hear
aspects
it.
of your life going well. The Crows just bringing it down.
Absolutely. Big thank you to our amazing Patreons. You can head to patreon.com/Crowject to join for as little as $1 a month. And you can get some amazing things over there like Benny Mac.
You can get many, many, many things. So
Plethora. Too many things.
Indeed, you can get your segment straight, Fantasyland, Around the Grounds. In our, you can
Just
tell.
bonus episodes. Yeah.
Absolutely. I wrote
All
this
the
run
good
sheet
stuff.
and that was still a hospital handle.
You're welcome. You can also get our merch at crowject.bigcartel.com. And shall we just rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah.
Lleyton,
Please.
tell us how to go.
We lost 19-10, 124 Hawthorn. That wasn't us. To the Crows 8-10, 58. So, yeah. 11 goal drop in.
But
That is not connected. Come on, Betty.
we kicked the same amount of points as them. Does that help?
It helps sometimes.
Surely counts for something.
It
Great.
helps when we're going for draws, but yeah, we were 11 goals behind. So a bit off.
The math just isn't mathing.
The crowd, 41.
It was actually 41,823.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What was the bet that
Creamo's paid $50.
Yeah.
Yay, all right.
I was
Right, that
very
was in the
surprised.
books.
Yeah, I did a bet with him earlier in the year and I only got $5. So I'm checked out. This is rough. But it's all right. Well done, Pete. That's why he's not on tonight.
Yeah.
He's spending his...
Yeah. He's taking he's whining and dining the wife with that $50.
Yeah.
All right, shall we head straight into the voicemails today?
Yes, we did get a
Indeed.
few. A couple short and sharp ones.
Uh-oh.
When it plays.
Yeah, you guys are stupid as fuck.
What did he say? You guys are
Stupid as fuck.
stupid as fuck. Oh.
Just kidding. You literally told me that.
It's hard to understand.
Incredibly well said, if I do say so myself.
I
Yeah.
agree with that mumble.
That sounded like the coach trying to explain to the Crows what to do at quarter time.
That's what I call
What'd you say?
Nixie, talk up.
Oh, we'll wing it.
All right, I got a couple more, a bit longer than 5 seconds.
Ain't nobody gonna steal my girl. Whoa! Ain't nobody gonna steal her away. Couple million in the whole wide world. No, for real, with like 2 admission entries into Nedbeck Henry's farm. Get me into the fucking farm. Kid coming up here that smashed his face on the 10, you reckon? Who? Where? Where though? Down on the corner. Oh, no, I see it. The one next to the
That was slightly easy to understand.
Was that?
Is that the Delulu Diaries girls?
Potentially.
Maybe.
No idea.
Biggest Ned McHenry fans, though.
What's that song? Is that like One Direction?
It is
or
One
something?
Direction.
Yeah, it is.
What a tune.
Wow.
Absolute
Wow,
banger.
I've got a voicemail from One Direction.
Where's
yeah.
Cream when you need him?
And then last one. This one goes for a minute. We'll see how we go.
I was saying to myself around lunchtime today, even if we lose today, surely we can't shit the bed as much as Essendon did yesterday. And what do you fucking know? We did. Swans also shit the bed. But what are you going to do? Don't care about them. Look, now that the season's officially over, no mathematical chance about it.
Well,
Please, for the love of God, keep Dan Curtin in. He's played 2 halves of football at best over 3 games. He's been subbed out twice, started as a sub today. Get some confidence in that kid for the rest of the season. Keep him in. You got no harm in keeping him in for the rest of the year. I don't want to hear Brodie Smith come into the conversation. Lockie Murphy needs to fucking go. Max is going to be having probably a week or 2 on the sideline as well for his gut punch. Silly boy. I don't know. I'm done. I'm upset. I think I'm going to tell my football team we're going to wear black armbands this week. Have a fucking funeral.
That's rough.
I like that guy.
Well, we listened to him. We took Brodie Smith off the Crowject table. Is that what they wanted?
For those of you watching on YouTube,
Yeah.
there is a badge version of Brodie Smith, or there was a badge version of Brodie Smith.
just been
Who is
absolutely
that gone?
used.
Flung across the room.
But he still might be on the selection table at the Crows. We can't really control that.
He's lingering around sort of still. But
This is not the selection table as much as it might look that way
Yeah.
with all the loose papers and
Fuck, we
chaos.
still got Rory Atkins.
It's terrible.
Put him in the team. Go on. Thanks for the voice messages. We could understand a couple of them. But
I liked the last guys. He was he was like a measured angry. You could tell that he wanted to die, but like he was very measured about it.
He didn't let you know too much that he wanted to die. He just sort of just kept it composed.
But yeah, so call us anytime on 8246 5498 for your thoughts on all things Crom.
Yes. And speaking of the selection table, shall we go through our selections, Elodie?
Oh yeah, we sure should. Sure should. We had coming in, we had Ball Ace.
Yeah.
Big old Egyptian shoulders returning. We had Walker coming in after his 1 week rest. We had Curtin coming in late.
Yes.
And
So who did he replace?
Well, we're getting to the
getting
outs.
there.
Oh, sorry. I'm jumping
Christ,
ahead.
you're jumping ahead.
Spoiler.
Spoilers. Wow. And we had Mr. Chase Jones coming in from Tasmania. I think he was coming from Tasmania.
He played in the
went
SANFL,
back
but
home.
maybe he was based in Tasmania for that period of time.
And then the outs, we had Murray, injured. Butts, injured. Dawson with his concussion. And Smith as the late out.
They picked his badge up and they
illness.
threw it off the table.
Yeah, he's out of here.
I didn't even notice he wasn't playing. Is that bad?
Not at all. If I didn't
minutes, to be
celebrate
honest.
him being dropped for Curtin before the game, I wouldn't have noticed either.
So what did we think of those selections? I think it was mostly just forced selections. Really, there probably wasn't
Dawson the
a
big
whole lot
out.
of thought into it. Yeah, definitely.
But good to see Curtin get some minutes.
I think strategy-wise, we didn't do particularly well. We went into that game way too tall against a team that was zippy, small, and, well, we got exposed, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
And we haven't done that before where we've tried to persist with Himmelberg. And I understand the reasoning initially because he was in good form. But, it feels like it didn't really work that time.
Yeah, it seems it's kind of the first time in as long as I can remember that, they've actually persisted with Himmelberg because there's been other periods where he's had, like, pretty decent games and has been dropped. Whereas
maybe he said that to the coaches. You've dropped me 10 times after playing 2 games.
It used to just be back in the Frampton days. It would just be alternating between the two of them, just
what a time.
There can only be one blonde player.
We just need one tall, blonde, average player, and we just
But whenever you did that, the person in the SANFL would play better.
yeah, exactly.
Did anyone else impress? It was a bit of a lackluster game.
There was a couple standouts, but mostly early on, really.
Yeah, we didn't kick a goal for about 80 minutes in this game after quarter time, or just after.
Grim.
Yeah.
Lockie Shoal, I thought, was all right.
Yeah, I thought he played
Shoal
one
was
of his
good,
better games.
especially
and
defensively early on. Like, we would have leaked a few more goals without him.
I didn't mind a bit of Nank. But,
Nank, he was
He
solid.
did that amazing tackle, which then he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
But then he came back firing and he was good after that. So good for him.
Because as soon as Luke Bruce got the ball down, I thought, oh, yeah, he's going to fend him off because you've seen him do it like a million times.
Yeah.
Especially against the Crows, I feel. But no, great tackle. So, yeah, Nank did a good thing. And then nearly did a poor pleasure, but he was all right.
Yeah.
So, there's one positive.
Yeah, exactly.
What were your thoughts on Rob?
Rob? I thought Rob was okay.
Yeah.
I think him versus, what's the dude's name? Meek. Lloyd Meek. Was a very, almost a very
It was
even,
a Meek performance.
Yeah.
It's not very memorable.
Yeah, no. I think they're both almost a similar type of ruckman. Meek's not overly athletic or mobile as well. He's good, but I think they're very similar type of player. So
they just cancel each other out.
It's kind of a bit of a break even, which I think that seems to be Rob's specialty. I think, don't you think it just seems like with Rob that it's like no matter how bad or good the ruckman is, he just breaks even.
He is the ruckman's tagger. There isn't a tagger for ruckman until Rob.
That's actually a good point.
Not many people dominate Rob. But he doesn't really dominate anyone.
No, exactly. He breaks even every time. I feel like he could play in the under 16s local league and still just break even with the ruckman.
He wouldn't star. Even there, in that level, he would just be like, get to every hit out. I got 45 hit outs this time,
but I tapped them all to the opposition.
He usually, I think he did beat him in hit outs.
He had 45 hit outs, so he had more than Hawthorn as a whole team.
Oh, jeez. But he always it always looks a little bit skewed with his hitouts because he does probably more ruck contests than anyone. But at the same time, I like Riley O'Brien. He's learned how to mark the last few weeks. Yeah. Do you guys know that I like Riley O'Brien?
Really?
Yeah. Wow.
He also had 3 tackles, and I actually I've never seen Riley O'Brien chase for a tackle that as much as he was sprinting across the field so many times. It was amazing.
Never going to catch him, but the pressure.
He was someone who was actually putting in a little bit of effort on last night. Was that when the game was? Goodness me.
Yeah,
Sunday?
it feels like so long ago.
Jesus, it really was just last. Who in the AFL? Which player in the AFL do you think that Rob could actually chase down, tackle, catch, holding the ball?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say. What's his name? I've already forgotten his name. He's
so memorable.
The ruckman, Goldstein. I'd say
I was going to say Goldie.
Goldstein.
Maybe Sean Darcy, but probably not actually.
Nah.
Someone who's out injured with an ACL, but in their current state, I'd back him in.
Tom Duday.
Yeah. No, he's probably almost recovered by now. I wouldn't back him in that one.
True. It'll be tough. Any other standouts? I didn't mind Dowling. I thought he continued to play pretty well.
Taylor did a few good things here and there.
Yeah?
Sligo was all right. He had plenty of touches, a lot of pressure acts too, which was good. Max has got that dog in him.
He does.
Yeah.
It was the only bit of fight that we saw all night.
I was waiting for someone to just show something. Hawthorn have always been a dirty team. I didn't feel like they were overly dirty until after half time.
Yeah. And then the unsociable Hawks came in.
Did they ever? And I was like, in previous games we've seen us stick up for each other. It just felt like no one wanted to do that. Someone would get hit off the ball or whatever and they would just run away, leave them. And it's go stick up for your player.
And it didn't happen until 10 minutes to go or 5 minutes to go in the last quarter.
And it's something switched and now you're angry. And I've been angry since quarter time, okay?
Are you boys watching the same game that I'm watching right now?
Yeah.
And I guess we have to give a shout out to Tex because he kicked the most goals out of anyone this game. But no Hawthorn player kicked more than 2 goals. And Tex got 3 goals.
If that's what he was going for, he did well.
Individual efforts.
Yeah.
He wins that one. But
he could have had it. He could
have more.
He missed a lot. He missed 3 in the last quarter alone.
3 goals, 3.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Junk time goals, a couple of them. just for the Crows in general.
Yeah.
Because it was how many minutes was without scoring a goal? Because it was
too long.
We kicked 1 goal in the second quarter.
And that was early in the second quarter.
And then we didn't kick... We kicked 2 in the late in the last.
Let me get this.
Because it was 6-6 at half time. And then we kicked 2 points in the third quarter. And they kicked 4. Yeah, it was tough.
It was grim. At one stage there, I think it was probably about halfway through the third quarter. I was just looking at the box score, and it was like 36, 6, 2, 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is really, really good. And then we eventually kicked a goal at what minute mark?
Oh, it was like 3 or 4 minutes left to go in the match. It was just like,
And then we got 2 quick ones. Oh, the comeback's on.
It took us until the 28th minute of the last quarter to kick a goal. And our last one before that was the 11th minute of the second quarter.
Yes. We let them kick what? Was it 13 unanswered, they said?
I think it was 11.
Or 11.
11 or 13, yeah.
We did leave the comeback a little late.
It did feel like one of those games where, like, at 3/4 time, I was thinking, all right, we're going to have a fight back and we're going to get, close within a few goals.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Because I feel like the last couple of years we've been consistently doing that. That's what was disappointing, is we didn't do that at all.
Yeah, there was no fight back at all. Not even like a break-even sort of fight back, just to roll over and die.
I did find up the northern ends, we had some pigeons that were flying onto the oval in front of us. Like, they came down so low, nearly took our heads out.
They put off the Crows. Yep.
We spent like 2 quarters just watching them entertaining. Like they were more entertaining than the game, just these group of pigeons. And they all flew away because all the players came down, but one of them stayed and he was just waddling around, and then next minute he's like looking around for his friends and they're not there anymore.
Stop it.
and then you see the rest of them like land on the other side, and he sees them and he flies over, and then the group move again away from him. And it was so heartbreaking. I'm like, what's worse, the pigeons or the game right now? I feel so bad for this guy.
Everywhere you look, your heart's breaking.
It's pain.
We were having fun. I was there with my friends who are Port supporters, but they just wanted to come along for a free game.
Just for a great in-game experience.
And they were having fun, like with 10 minutes to go. The Crows supporters obviously kind of leaving in hordes a bit, so they were having fun yelling out, "Oh, you scared?" to the Crows supporters, and I'm like, "Yeah, probably are actually. Like, you're 60 points down there. Like, you scared you're gonna lose?" And I'm like,
"Well,
anyone's
not scared. I've just accepted it.
It's a foregone conclusion. Yeah.
Scared of the traffic now. I need to get rid of it and get going."
I was a little amused the fact that Keane looked like he was playing on an invisible player for half of the game. He was like 30 metres away from his man a lot of the time, but he was still acting as if he was
right there.
Yeah, I'm like, is this guy concussed? Like, there's no one around you. Your guy's all the way over there leading for the ball.
Yeah, he's the definition of guarding space.
Yeah,
he had a bit of a frustrating game.
He's learnt from Rob. He likes to do the shepherd of no one.
It worked so well on Joel Amati.
It really did. I'll say that it could have been my fault because I went to the merch van before the game, and friend of the show Bear was at the merch van, and I went and I'll buy a badge, I'll buy a player's badge, and I said to him, "Oh, who should I buy? And I said, it's like, I'm going to buy Ben Keys." And he's like, "Great." And he went to the thing and he's like, "Oh," like, 'cause they were out of Ben Keys, and he's like, "Did you say Keane?" I was like, "Yes." And so he gave me a Keane badge, and then I gave it to my Port supporting friends, and then Keane didn't play well. What the hell?
I'm not saying it's your fault, but
it didn't help when they
stars are aligning.
Stick pins in the eyes of the King like a voodoo doll.
Yeah, it's a voodoo badge.
That's why he was guarding no one. He couldn't see.
Oh, shit. It was very frustrating. Who do you think was our the best defender?
Good question.
Yeah,
and he didn't really play most of the game in defence.
Yeah, he was like half back, and he was the best defender. Yeah, we will run off our feet. We look very slow. Yeah, and tired.
I would say like a combination of Max, Nank, and Hinge. But even like all three of them still had moments where it was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, Hinge had his worst game for a while yesterday.
Hinge wasn't.
But I know what you mean. Like our key backs didn't really stand up because as soon as it went to ground, it was just over a bit. Whereas it was the other way around.
Yeah,
at our end because we had all the tools.
Exactly.
As soon as it went to ground, it went the other end.
I mean, if you look at our defence, they were probably arguably butts and ball outs were probably Butts and Keane, probably similar, but realistically, your third, fourth, fifth choices down there. So it's
it's not going to be perfect. But yeah, Max, I thought did a decent job.
Yeah.
He played on the whiz for a lot of the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
We did a pretty good job.
Yeah. Ginnivan was very quiet until he kicked his one goal in junk time and decided to give it to the crowd. Little flog.
Oh god. That's tough.
Love the man.
Yeah, when Curtin actually came on, he actually found the footy really
He had
quickly.
4 touches in like the first 2 minutes and he got on the ground.
Oh.
Where was this like 3 quarters ago?
Yeah, you could start the player.
Could have taken Lockie Murphy off. He did about nothing yesterday.
Yeah, it was a poor performance from.
Thank God he
did kick a goal. He did kick a goal. It's weird because usually he plays better when he doesn't kick a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a good goal too.
It was a good goal. It was unlike him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like if once he kicks a goal, it's like, well, job done.
Because he always kicks like one behind for the game and still plays well, applies a lot of pressure. And this is the game you needed to apply pressure because there's Tex trying to jog and chase players. It wasn't working.
He just got outworked last night by Jarman Impey. I sent a video earlier in the Patreon
Especially
chat.
a halfback. Didn't
he
follow
got
him.
carved up and he was just too quick for him. I think it was as simple as that, but it just didn't look like he was putting in any effort at all, which is really frustrating for someone like me who doesn't really like Lockie Murphy to start with, but it's okay.
To be fair, though, there weren't many players who were putting in effort.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So...
After quarter time, we kind of just died.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to skip over the player segments because I don't think any of them played overly great.
I left those there just in case you had something, but I didn't think there was going to be something.
I think we should go... Should we do the feedback from the socials or should we do the Bungie medal votes first?
Oh, let's do the votes.
All
right. This is going to be tough, actually.
This is going to be very tough.
That's fun.
I chose mine, but I'm not confident with them, but I'm just going to roll with them because it was just too hard.
This is like one of those games in the club champion. They're all going to get like, out of 12, they're all going to get like 3 votes.
Yeah, exactly. You
guys all made it on the oval, so
exactly.
well done for being out there. We'll give you 2 votes.
Just as bad as
Here's
each
a
other.
ribbon.
It's like, I feel like it's like a... I don't know, like a West Coast versus North Melbourne game. It's like you both suck, but it's like, you all suck, but you all sucked the same amount.
Wonderful.
All right, I can do mine first if you want. Just winging it here, but I might go Shoal. I think Shoal did have one of his better games this year, so go Shoal for 3 votes. 2 votes. I'll go Max. I'll go Max Michelini because yeah, he did all right. He had a bit of grunt about him. And as usual, I'll give my 1 vote to Rob because he tagged the Ruckman well. He tagged the Ruckman out of the game.
His role.
I don't know.
Sounds good.
I reckon maybe I think his trick is because he's a smart dude, and they always say when the players talk about Rob, they talk about how he talks a lot, like he's very like vocal and smart and talks a lot. So maybe that's what it is. He just
off of me.
he just like he talks to him so much. They're just like, oh my god, like,
and
get
all
away
the other
from me.
ruckmen aren't usually as smart, so they're so confused by all the words coming out of his mouth. They don't know what to do.
Can't do words and football at the same time, and.
Yeah, he's just talking to him while the ball goes up. That's why he gets so many hit outs. Because they're just like, what the fuck's he saying? Oh, the ball's that's right, he hit it to my guy anyway.
All right, I'm going to go 3 to Saligo.
Nice.
2 to Nank. And 1 to Max. So all the young guys.
Like it. I'll go 3 to Shoal, 2 to Mike Laney, and 1 to Laird. I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah.
Did you say Max for 2? Was that? Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. I have gone with Shoal for 3, Solly for 2, and Max for 1.
Now, do we have the leaderboard?
We did not.
At this point, I think it's just safest to wait until the end of the season.
100%. And even then...
it's going to be a longer way. It's going to be... It's because there's armour guards outside of Ben's house.
Yeah.
I can't release it.
You can't release it. They won't let you because you must. Did you lose your ID or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how did you get this briefcase? And You can't come in the house, guys. Sorry. Anyway, 3 votes goes to Lockie Scholl, who I don't think is featured with the 3 at this year.
Who knows? How would we know without the leaderboard?
Well, only I know.
It's a lost to oblivion.
2 goes to Max and 1 goes to Jake Soligo.
Very nice.
Those are some junk votes.
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a Bradbury situation, you know.
Yeah.
You've won, but only because
At what cost?
everyone else.
You're the best of the bad bunch.
All right, let's head over to our socials. Elodie, what do you have?
I've got Twitter here,
Amazing.
a platform formerly known as Twitter. Sorry, I can't call it X.
No one's calling it
No.
X.
No
one
one
is.
X ever. I finally 2 weeks ago had to update my phone, and before that I still had the Twitter and I still had the little bird, and then now it's the X, and I just feel like I've given in to Elon.
You have.
Anyway, we have TRH, who says, how did we manage to recruit the weakest Irish export since Harp Lager? And he's posted a little photo of Harp Irish Lager, which isn't a drink that I've personally tried. Ben, have you tried a Harp Irish Lager?
Can't say I have.
Well, take your word for it.
Yeah, judging by that review, I
TRH.
probably won't.
But yeah, Keane was a little. I assume he's talking about Keane. A little frustrating.
Or is he talking about Gallagher in the
Gallagher.
SANFL? Maybe.
And then we have IPR, who says, as expected, Hawks are playing some very good footy, and Crow's hot, cold game style isn't good enough against the best. A team known for their scoring has turned away from that, now hardly troubling the scoreboard.
Oh, it was a bit of a slap in the face.
But yeah, I think he's right there. It used to just be our strength to, well, last year
Score.
To score, yeah, which is important. Scoring is a very important part of football.
Yeah, we were top of the league.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, I know. And then suddenly, do you think, is it the forwards or is it the delivery into the forward line, or a bit of both? What was it this game?
I don't know. This game it was not keeping it in there.
Yeah, we couldn't get it past the halfway line.
Yeah, delivery wasn't too bad. It was we couldn't keep it inside our forward half.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Okay.
Then we had Lockie, who says, at this point in the season, you resign yourself to wins being a luxury, so I'm content with losses.
Oh, Lucky Show said that. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He says,
well, you played well still. Good on you.
Yeah, exactly.
3 votes.
He got the 3 votes. He also says, my stipulation is just give us a good game to watch. We lost and we stank. Not good to watch at all. Which, yeah, I think
Stank.
I think I do.
be
Yeah,
stinky.
I get where he's coming from. You want to. We obviously aren't going anywhere else this season, but you still want to see some quality football. And we did get 1 quarter of decent football, but then after that, it was just.
This reminded me very much of like the Freo game earlier in the year.
Oh yes,
Where it was just like pretty low scoring from our end and just hard to watch.
Yeah.
Not much positive come from it.
No. And last one, we have Jack, who says, don't want to say it, but we need to do a mini rebuild and actually play the kids properly, develop them as a group.
Group,
yeah,
Okay.
no, not individually, Lleyton.
What do you mean? We can't have one at fullback in the SANFL, one on the wing, and one in the forward pocket. Is that what you're telling me?
No, what you do, you tell everyone the same thing no matter what position.
Everyone just goes runs at the same spot. But Nixie told me to go to the wing.
They're going to have equal development. If one starts to, start getting better than the other, be like, no. You got to drop down to their level.
Yeah.
You got to play as the worst rookie. Everyone's got to play at the same level.
Should we go for tactics of like Auskick and just crowd the ball?
Yeah.
Just play a chase the ball sort of.
Chase the ball.
Chase the ball. That's the game plan now.
Yeah.
It was really wholesome at halftime. They had the kids with like disabilities and stuff were out there having a go at Auskick, and it was so wholesome.
Oh.
They even had like a wheelchair game going on as well.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I loved
That's
it.
very good.
It was good. Yeah.
Highlight of
Did the
evening.
wheelchair game like leave marks on the grass or?
I'm not sure. They were the oval like set
Too far
away from me, so
you
I
were too
couldn't.
busy watching the pigeons.
Exactly.
Getting abandoned.
The pigeons were scared off the ground for the kids to have that little time, but the pigeons came back afterwards, so that was good.
I like to think they just parted the oval for half time just so that the kids could have a go.
Exactly. That's what I think. All right. Ben, do you have a socials over there too?
I do. I have Facebook over here, and we had a lot of comments on our post. A lot of people understandably quite upset. Tanya says, an absolute shambles of a club, leaving Curtin on the bench, ball ace is useless and Nix has no clue. Sits in the box scratching that empty bald head. Bit stiff. Matt Warren says, I'd like to thank Himmelberg for his service to the club, but that's got to be his last senior game, surely. And tend to agree if all the other tools in the forward line are still healthy and all good.
Yeah. What do we do with him from a list management point of view?
Watching Himmelberg out there, he looked like he was playing that stuck in the mud octopus game when like a player would run past us. Like you're allowed to move your feet. Like you can chase them. It's okay.
He's the big easy, so it was just taking it easy. It wasn't his night, but
he must be the most chilled out, relaxed footballer I've ever seen on the ground. Like just riding the waves, the vibes.
Yeah. He's a vibes guy.
He's a vibes guy.
And he said, what part of the game did he get subbed off in? Was that
halfway through the third quarter?
Yeah. He was out there for something, it wasn't for the others. Was he? Was he subbed out earlier, but he was just hanging out in the field still?
He was stuck in the mud, he couldn't move.
Exactly. He was mentally subbed out, but physically.
Derek says, I put on the women's gymnastics instead.
Fair.
We have got Brendan McGarrigan, friend and patron, who said, did someone say KFC? There was another one I saw that was really good that I wanted to touch on. Not this one, but John says, lost it at selection, too tall, too many passengers and out-coached, and too many C-grade players getting games.
I don't know about the out-coached thing. I mean, selection, yeah, but the actual method, it obviously worked in the first quarter. I think it was just, the effort.
The cattle just didn't.
We just stopped.
Yeah. Just had enough.
Cat Bibby says, Himmelberg subbed in his 50th game really sets the tone. I mean, not that 50th is a particularly large...
it was his milestone. I didn't even notice.
I didn't know that either. No. I'm sorry,
Himmelberg.
Why are we being mean to him?
Well, we did sub off Rob on his 100th.
Oh, yeah.
Last year.
It's kind of a theme.
Yeah.
I guess, you don't want to play the whole game. You just want to...
Yeah, it's just like getting paid time off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a reward. Like, congrats. Have a break.
Yeah, it's kind of like long service leave sort of situation. You play 50 games, have a quarter off.
And lastly, Matt Warren, top fan of the Facebook page, says, looking at our list, there is not one available player you could have played ahead of what was on the park tonight. You can't blame the coach when the players can't execute. Murray, Butts, Dawson, Rankin, Miller and Pedler all first picked when available. The list needs a defender, 2 mids and a ruckman.
We have a ruckman.
We've got a ruck tagger.
we got a ruck tagger.
Which is a new role that only we've decided we need.
The league just hasn't caught up yet.
Yeah, exactly. We're changing the game.
And then we've got Instagram. We've got Amelia Chapman. Upset Dallin's goal was overturned because it was kicked under his knee.
This is bullshit.
And
Okay, I had a beautiful view on my... That did not hit above his knee or whatever they said it did. Like, that was definitely his foot or shin.
I think it was the knee, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm sorry to say.
Lleyton. I was right there.
It was right in front of us.
I'm just going based off the angles. But
I had a better
review,
angle than the bloody camera that they had on the goalpost.
Yeah,
Why
It
would
didn't
they
take
have...
5 minutes to look at the goalpost camera, by the way. We're looking at angles from the top of the square, behind the goals. You're like, we just need to see the line
Exactly.
here. Like,
And why do they not have a camera on both posts?
yeah.
Because how many times is the view obstructed on... Well, they didn't
Well,
look
they
at
didn't
the other
use it, at
vision if
least.
there
Yeah, they
was.
didn't show it.
Shit, there's a player in the way of the ball. I don't
Oh,
know whether
no.
across the line. What do we do now?
Well, as the resident medical expert here, do we need to go through some anatomy, whether it was above or below the knee? You want me to sing that song?
So
like,
hip
shin
bones
bones
knee bones
connected to
connected
the knee.
to shin
So what we
bones.
should do is forget more cameras. Just get X-rays.
Yeah.
Hotspot on the camera.
Yeah.
Radiate the whole field, and there's no hazards at all because everyone will get the same amount.
As long as they get the same amount of radiation, then it's fine. If some people might turn into superheroes, some might not. But it'd be cool if it happened halfway through a game, like Rob's just going up for a tap, and then suddenly you just like bursts into the air and just flies like 20 meters above the ground.
And then he misses the ball because he's jumped too high. That'd be such a Rob thing to do. He's gained some superhuman power, but he can't get the ball.
He's still got those same old knobbly knees.
And then a lot of just disappointed comments. What was this? I want to cry. This is not how I want to remember Captain Fogg.
He was bad.
Put some respect on Captain Fogg. This whole team really just let him down.
I thought
he was also bad. But
when he was running down the wing in that last quarter, I thought he was going to kick a goal.
Yeah.
And I was about ready to just run and just go and hug him, but he didn't. So I had to stay on the hill.
Sad.
Sad for you, Ben. But probably good.
Probably would have
got a lifetime ban.
And that's about it. That's Instagram.
Very good. Thanks for all your feedback. Of course, you can reach us on 82465498 at any time to leave us a voice message. Thank you again to our Patreons. Does someone want to read out our $10 and above Patreons, please?
Sure. We have... Do you remember when we used to read these out and try and do it as fast as we could? That was fun, but I'm not going to do that. We have Hayden Arthur, a.k.a. The Real Hilf. We have Jordan Marnie, Jessica Cook, Dave Carnivale, Jake Bokove, Drew Corner, Sam Curtis, Sean Marie Davies, Brendan McGarrigan, James Payne, Simone McDonnell, Jezza Withers, Paul David Clennett, Matt and Neil Roylance. And thank you to our new Patreons in Callum Ryan, Rhiannon Harmer, Phil and James Cameron.
Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
There's something about that music that just calms me.
Yeah.
I could listen to that all day.
Wonderful.
Everything's okay.
See, it's fun.
Don't worry about
After all the anger around that game. And
you just put your barrel hat on and you're fine.
And just listen to that little, it's kind of like elevator music or like a waiting room.
Yeah.
I reckon it could be a TV show intro.
Yeah.
It's like one of those ones where the characters just like pose really cringily as they just flip through an actor's names.
Like a Full House intro. Sort of.
Yeah.
Well, this is leading very nicely on to how I wanted to bring the episode up a bit because I expected this to be a very sad, somber experience, and I wanted us to just have a bit of something to cheer us up a little bit.
Do we crack out the air horns? Are we talking this big? Are we lifting the mood that much?
Probably not. Don't talk me up this. Oh, he's done it. He's gone and done it.
What do you got? Have you got strong alcohol for us, Sophie? Because I think that's what we need.
It's like to forget the last 24 hours.
Click.
Well, firstly, I noticed you didn't have me on last week, and I noticed there was a lack of country chat.
Here we go.
Yeah, sorry, we're all suburbaners here. Okay.
That's just not good enough, guys.
Yeah, so this is a new Sophie segment. What do you want to call it? Agricultural
chats. I don't know. A couple of weeks ago, we had Ned and Nick release a cool little video about that day on the farm.
We did.
I watched that multiple times. It was a very good watch. Some great acting and presentation skills, I have to say.
Do you know who filmed it? Like
I don't
the
know.
mystery third person in the video?
Don't know.
I'm just going to guess
Intriguing.
Andy Monroe.
Maybe. Every farm is in the same location, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
It's one big farm.
But yeah, guys, if you need a passenger princess or a gate opener, hit me up. I noticed the 79 series Land Cruiser. Great choice, by the way. Very nice car.
Can you be? I don't know much about farming, but can you be a tractor passenger princess? Do tractors have passenger seats?
They do. They're a bit small. They're not the most.
You just have to sit on their laps.
Yeah, or you can go old school. We used to have the toolbox sitting in front. So you could then have two passengers.
Ooh.
So you could have one on the seat and one on the toolbox.
Oh my God, amazing.
Jeez.
Yeah, good times.
That's some high innovation.
Oh, absolutely. But no, I thought it was a great little insight into what they get up to when they're away from the club. We do say that country air can fix anything, so send all of them out there. Just like get some fresh country air in you. That's probably enough of Sophie Wants a Farmer. Thinking, what player do you think is like the most opposite of being country that you would love to see them take out on the farm for a day? Who's like a city slicker?
Good question.
That you think wouldn't be able to handle the
real
farm
pretty
life?
boy.
Yeah.
Would it be Ben Keys?
I mean, I feel like he would be weirdly good at it. Everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Like he'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then like
Nails
5
it.
minutes later he's just like milking a cow and like I don't know, rounding the sheep. I don't know what you're doing, farms. I think I'm the city one out of us, so I shouldn't be making judgments.
I'm giving it to Josh Rochelle and Jake Saligo as a pair.
Yeah.
Just from seeing their background on TikTok, I know they would be pretty poor at it.
Yeah. What about Rob? Do you reckon Rob would make a good farmer?
I'd like to see him ride a horse.
I would love to see him trying to round up the sheep and just have them run underneath him, like between his legs, and he's just.
Him with a lasso could go well. That's not really country, but it's, in one way it is.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Yeah. We're going to move on. Badges. Footy badges.
Okay.
Ben has bought in
a beanie
full of badges. You
That's
guys
a
want to look at
reversible
this
beanie,
one?
by the way.
It's
You
a
can
reversible
wear that
beanie.
whichever way you like.
God.
What's on the
my
other
God.
side of it? Does it become a port beanie on the other side?
I think it's
That'd be cool.
Yeah, one of the badges is the Crows.
Bang.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's not just a player, it's the whole club. And we've got Luke Jericho.
Yes.
Any favourite Luke Jericho memories?
The goal against Essendon from the boundary in 2004 or 5 at Amy Stadium.
That's a tough one. I can't
What a
remember.
throwback.
All right, I remember that one well for some reason. I think because Dad really hated Luke Jericho, so that's probably why that badge is on that beanie right there. Because I would have made him go and buy a Luke Jericho badge.
Okay, he kicked a goal, so he's all right.
Exactly right.
So looking at these older ones, you notice how happy they look? And how they're smiling so
They're all
big
smiling.
and they're
Look at Trent
showing their
Henshaw.
teeth. They just
Trent
look so
Henshaw.
happy to be
That's his
there.
That's a smile.
I mean,
That's when he sees
the best you can do.
when he sees Matt Thomas walking down the street. That's how his smile looks.
now, if you look at my badges, my scarf with all me little beefy badges, look how depressed they look. Why are
Yeah,
they
that's
not
a
a
good
single
point.
one? So I've got Nick Murray, Jordan Dawson, Darcy Fogarty, and Rory Laird. Not
Yeah.
a single one of them looks happy to be there.
Yeah, there is not
Why
a
are they trying to be
smile
like so
seen.
serious and sad?
They've
Like,
got,
tough.
they're definitely passport photos. They look
surely,
like it.
Yeah,
They just do 2 in 1 at the club. They're like,
Exactly. Don't have to want to pay for 2 photos.
like Dawson's got the tiniest smirk, but the rest of them are just straight face. Like,
Dawson smiled last year, and our group chat made him into a meme. So that's probably why he just doesn't show his teeth.
That's a good point. And we do have here
Yes.
4 Richie Douglases,
4.
which is nice. That
He
are
is-
all,
yeah.
these 2 are the same,
Those are the
right?
same.
But these ones, yeah, that's a lot of Richie Douglas. Imagine having 4 Richie Douglases on the field.
Yeah.
do you reckon we could just take one now and just pop him on there on the field?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's on the
let's see what-
selection
We've-
table.
we've
or
got
the
he's
comp
four
table.
of them.
What's he up to now?
He was at
great
Hawthorn
question.
for a while
Yeah,
with Box
maybe.
Hill.
Maybe he's development coach
Maybe
or
he's
something.
the secret to the win on the weekend.
Yeah,
You
inside
know who
track.
else is with
Maybe.
Hawthorn though? Is the beautiful David McKay.
Yes,
Indeed,
that's right.
indeed.
He,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Still got that
My
golden
boy.
ticket, apparently.
He looked good. Like he was helping him do the warm up and everything out there, and he still got it.
He does.
I'm so sad.
He
Did he
does.
break anyone's jaw?
Not that I saw.
And just another side note, Matthew Bode, who I kind of forgot existed, but
Yes.
Matthew Bode looks about 60 years old in that photo, does he not? Like, he really does. That is
He
amazing.
has seen some sun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shadow in that photo.
Yeah,
There
it's
is.
not very flattering.
Matty Bode was my first favourite player.
Yeah, he'd be up there for me too. One of
Yeah.
mine too.
The export player.
Yeah, just because like he was little. I was big for like the short guys.
Yeah.
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 It's like a little Oompa Loompa.
Now, we've had some great names mentioned, but I just want to give a special shout out to this scarf that I found in my cupboard, which has 3 badges on it. Okay, we're going to start with Hugh Greenwood, who is a fantastic
amazing.
player. Love
Amazing
Hughie.
guy. Love you.
We're about to
Yeah.
go downhill. Rory Atkins, a very good downhill skier, speaking of downhill. And Bryce Gibbs.
Oh, Jesus.
A great trio of badges.
He's a great scarf.
Great Carlton player.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
when he got to us, yeah.
Definitely say that about him. And Rory Atkins was a okay Gold Coast fringe player.
Yeah.
He's still on the he still is on the list, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bought his badge this year at Gather Round. Yeah.
Got a great podcast. Not quite as good as this one, but pretty good one.
We do also have Scotty Welsh here, so maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get one with his son.
Tyler Welsh, indeed.
Yeah.
What about Kurt Tibbett? Do we get anything for that one that's on there?
Oh no, I think we got them. We paid too much for that one.
But we didn't use cash. We used this brown paper bag.
That's all good. Don't tell anyone.
And lastly, I have Jimmy Rowe because
Jimmy
how
Rowe,
could you not?
that's a good one.
We love the Jimmy Rowe show.
Yeah. Those 3 shows he put on, it was pretty good. I mean, it's a rarefied air to see his show.
Actually, it's funny. I sent a photo to Jade walking home from the game last night. In the railway station, they have a vending machine that's got packets of cards and random cards. And there's an Adelaide Crows insert sort of pack which has got 5 cards in it. And guess who was sitting on the front? It's not going to be hard to guess. Jimmy
Don't tell
Rowe.
me now.
Oh my God.
So we bought one, and we bought Jimmy. But then that fell down, and this is a limited card, by the way, and another one was sitting at the front. So if you want a Jimmy Rowe card, head to the Adelaide Railway Station.
God.
No, that would already be snapped up.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Easily. No one could walk past that and just leave it there.
Well, exactly, that's why we bought one.
They must have just stocked it. It hasn't been sitting there for 3 years.
100%.
All right, well, on to some more good news, I suppose.
I hope that I've managed to lift the mood now for the rest of the podcast.
100%.
Indeed.
We're still going up.
The only way is up, really, from the weekend.
It is. The boys had a SANFL win, didn't they?
Yes.
Lleyton.
They did. We won, got over the line against the Eagles, 11-10, 76 to 8-12-60.
So the Jimmy Rowe show was on hold.
Yeah.
Not there.
Shit.
We
You
shut
telling
it
me
down.
The Eagles lost my other team. This is the worst day of all time.
And then we had goals to Burgess and Clifford had 2, and then singles to Boyle, Coleman,
John Coleman,
okay. I didn't know he was on our team. Golan, McHenry, Schoenberg, Strawn, and Welsh. So that's a good spread.
Yeah.
Did Welsh kick a really long one? Did I see? Was he the long one from the boundary?
I think so, yeah.
Quite nice.
How many games has he played for our SANFL side? I feel like it's not heaps. It hasn't been all season.
Probably would have been
Because he's
7
been
or 8.
going
Yeah.
back and forth between the
state side,
that
the
one.
representative side.
Yeah.
I feel like he only kicks like amazing goals, and he has like 5 to 10 touches every game, and he kicks at least one goal, and it's always a hard goal. I never see the highlights of the game where he just takes a lead up mark, 30 metres out, directly in front.
There's no easy goals out the back. It's just
So it's gonna be interesting seeing him, or hopefully seeing him in Crows colours in the AFL side next year.
He's played 7 games this year, averaging 8 disposals a game.
Yeah, between 5 and 10. There we go. I'm in the ballpark.
And he's kicked 5 goals for the season, so it's almost a goal a game. But
yes, we've got it written here. Worrell had 31 touches, Boyle 25 in the goal, and Ryan with 24 touches.
We really missed Worrell on the weekend, definitely.
We did.
He would have been handy. I'll be interested to see if we debut Oscar Ryan in these last 4 weeks, because he's been
Surely
playing
he
pretty
deserves a
well.
shot.
If we're not doing it now, oh my God.
I mean, I did see a post today. There is a 1 in 1 billion chance that we make the final. So
I did see that,
play your best team to win.
In what kind of scenario is that even possible?
Basically, the teams from 8 to 14 capitulate.
They capitulate.
They just completely
right. So is there like a bomb threat or against 5 teams?
Yes, all of the games are forfeited and we win. Just a couple more.
Yeah, nah. We're playing Geelong this week. I don't know about that.
It's over.
Yeah, it's probably over. In the SANFL, we were playing against the golden trio of ex-Crows players.
Oh, so we got Jimmy
Eagles,
Rowe.
So we got Jimmy Rowe.
Riley Knight.
And our favourite.
Oh, our favourite.
No,
my favourite.
Oh, no. Who?
Troy Menzel.
Troy was close. Oh, the bloody Menzels.
Slippery customer he is.
Do you guys have the news sting?
Yeah. I just played it before.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've got the news flash one.
We're still going up, baby.
DJ Lleyton over here. Oh, breaking news.
Flash.
We do only have one news item here. Max has got that dog in him and he's got a 2.5K fine.
That's better than what I thought that would happen, to be perfectly honest, after he slammed Nicholas's head in the ground.
Yeah, so that's 2 weeks in a row that we've had a surprising let-off because the Keys won last week.
A couple of tackles,
No, the Keys one wasn't. That was fair, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But considering the current climate of the AFL match review
panel,
it is a bit of a surprise.
I mean, half of the Freo and West Coast teams got fined for the massive fight that there was like 5 different fights, and just watching the players run from one to join in with another, it was hilarious.
One wrapped up and they're like,
It's like the Pigeons all over again. Like, we don't know what group to stay with.
I can't believe in that fight by himself.
Something like, I think it was like over $30,000 worth of fines or something.
Yeah, it's nuts.
The Christmas party for
AFL were
I
rubbing
reckon.
their hands together with that one.
And then the only other news I was going to mention was AFLW tickets are on sale tomorrow.
Ooh.
So make sure you get tickets, especially for the first showdown.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yes.
because it's at Alberton.
Yeah.
So hopefully we pack it out.
Definitely. And if you're a
Slightly more.
member, you can redeem your ticket as well to guarantee a spot.
Amazing. That's on a Saturday night, isn't it? The showdown, I think, at Alberton. Yeah.
Maybe.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
You got to padlock all your hubcaps when you fly. Just to make sure, like,
scary times.
roll up your windows. You can't leave your car unlocked.
They're looking for a spare hubcap for the showdown play. Like,
well, it looks the same. Let's be honest.
oh god.
Shall we move on into our next game? We
Oh,
are
I
heading
don't
to
want to.
Nobody wants to.
Can I be honest with yourself? No.
God.
Unfortunately, we are heading to GMHBA Stadium to play the Cats on a Saturday arvo. Can we just forfeit and not go?
No, we can't.
But part of me also thinks that we will finally
This is going to be the stupid time where we break the hoodoo, isn't it?
Exactly. Like, it's a very Crom thing to do
It's not
to
the hoodoo,
play
it is
so
the
shit.
curse. It is. There's players on the team who haven't been alive for when we last won there.
I was literally in reception when we last won in Geelong.
2003 was the last win.
Wow.
Gary Ayres was the coach. Rashudo was the captain.
John Reid was the assistant.
Yeah.
But maybe because they've recently done the redone and done the upgrades to GMHBA, maybe it's a new. We can count as a new stadium now.
I don't know if you saw the other week, but the turf is still the same as it was since the 90s.
Yeah, very true. But Geelong have lost there twice this year. That's that's kind of unprecedented for them.
True.
It's usually the Fortress, but it's
So we're heading in for a win.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Ruin their. What are they playing for the top 4 or are they just playing for the finals? I don't even
I'm
know
not sure where
they
they're
are.
at anymore.
They're 6th on the ladder right now, so probably playing for the top 4.
We could fuck their season right up.
Let's do it.
I feel like we're at that point where we've got nothing to lose, so let's just mess with the other teams.
Well, that's what I thought we were going to do with Hawthorn.
Yeah, true.
God damn it.
No, that's okay. We're mid for Sid. I heard it on the Hill yesterday.
Right.
Oh, I love that.
Playing very average, and we're going to get Sid Draper, and
Beautiful.
it's fine.
And Saints are playing well for some reason
They
against
are.
the Bombers.
And
so
their run home, they've got.
I think they've got a couple easier ones than we
Brisbane
do.
this week, but it's at home, and then they play Richmond. They play Geelong at home, and they play Carlton. So if they snag one more
I
win,
feel like they could pinch Richmond, and we could definitely,
not
stink
win
it up.
But this weekend's actually going to be a really interesting one because no one in the top 8 plays each other. So it's going to really...
God.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This is going to be a bad week of
So
footy.
it's going to... But it's really going to set the ladder a bit because...
So when
8-point games.
No, well, isn't that the opposite of an 8-point
Well,
game?
it's,
Because
kind
when
of.
the top 8 play each other, like, that's an 8-point game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is this like
true.
a 2.5-point game each? It doesn't really mean much.
I think it mean it does. If you lose,
something.
it means more
Right.
because you're expecting the other teams around you to win.
Okay.
So I guess if you are in the top 8 and you lose this week, then that's probably going to be an 8-point loss.
Yes.
So a 2.5-point win, but an 8-point loss maybe.
Oh, Sydney.
So
would
they're
not
on
be
5.
If you lose and they just take points off you, like if you win, you get like 8 points. But if you lose, it's -3.
It should be like a scoring system, like in like UFC or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if that's how
You've
it
won
works.
the round 10.
However many punches to the head the opposition receive, that's a point system? Or...
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know where I'm going with this. I think no, not like UFC. Like I don't know, like gymnastics. Like you get a score for your
Showmanship,
for the
execution,
game.
landing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. So it's not.
Presentation. We're not scoring well.
Well, I mean, the costumes this year has been pretty good. The jerseys.
True.
Fire.
Automatic few points. And on that, I reckon I've got a theory because we haven't won. Last time we won, we were wearing our red-based away Guernsey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if we wear our away Guernsey hanging up, then it's sort of red base. It's got all red back. And we might win because we've only wore our home Guernsey usually against Geelong, even when we play them away.
That's true.
For the last
That's a
15
great
years.
point.
Why do we do that?
Because we don't clash.
Oh, right.
Because we don't clash,
Yeah.
But we just want to wear nice.
We just want to look good.
Yeah.
We might be shit, but we want to look good.
Exactly. Speaking of Geelong, I actually like their away or clash
Oh yeah, the
Guernsey
navy
better with the navy base compared to the white base. I just think it looks so schmick.
Yeah.
Well, that commemorates a Brownlow at some stage, doesn't it? Like the 1925.
Oh no, that was the heritage one when they played it in the mud, and they had like the thick hoops.
Yeah.
They do very slight variations at Geelong, but they do them every year, like 5 different versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the country version. Let's put a piece of wheat on it. Yeah, cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
We love agriculture here.
They even did a gather round with the silhouette of Adelaide on a Geelong jumper.
Did they?
Last year? Yeah, for gather round. It's so random.
Yeah, because they played West Coast and no one was watching that last year. That's probably why.
Nobody
they were
remembers.
severely hungover. Yeah, no.
All right, back to our Geelong game. Who do we
This
think
was
is going to
kind of
come
game.
in?
This is a serious
Sorry.
chat.
Who do we think is going to come in and who's going out?
Himmelberg
I would love to see Worrell back in.
Yes.
Murray, if he's fit and okay.
Yep.
Give me those blonde defenders, please. Thank you, Ben.
Oscar Ryan would be good. I feel like it's classic Crows to debut
Yeah.
Geelong, Ben Davis style. So is that setting them up for failure? I don't know, but I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
but if he comes in and we win and we wear the Clash Guernsey, then it could be, you know.
It's all about the vibe.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost like I guess less pressure because we know that we're going to lose anyway. So it's like, oh, you come in and you know you're not
Just
expecting
sneak
a
under
win.
the radar.
So,
And then next week we play at home against the Bulldogs and we'll be like, oh, he's an experienced player. He's played one game.
He's played one game. Well, Himmelberg has to go out this week.
Sure.
We can't play a tall 4-man forward line again.
I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Geelong, but
Probably
if it's going to sprinkle with rain, you know it's going to be muddy.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, yeah, Himmelberg. Cook didn't do a lot.
Yeah, he was very poor. I think he needs a
spell.
Break.
Needs a spell in the twos for sure.
Don't necessarily agree with it, but it'd be a Crows thing to drop Dan Curtin.
No, he needs the full game.
He needs it. I know he needs it.
But we won't give it to him.
it depends, I guess, if Smith will be coming back.
And Dawson back in?
Oh yeah.
Did we mention Dawson?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yes,
Straight
Dawson
back
back.
in.
Smith will probably be back.
Yeah. How many weeks till Rankin's back?
Is it
A
one
few
more?
This is his last one off, I think. So
Right.
Brisbane, then we played St Kilda.
Yeah.
Fuck, that means...
This
is his last one, yeah.
He's avoiding the good. I mean, other than the good win against Essendon, he's avoiding the bad games. So.
Smart thinking, actually. Now that I think of it.
Smart move.
Back for a show.
Strategic suspension.
Yeah. I see it.
I feel like our injuries and outs, well, we haven't had a massive list of them throughout the year. The type of player that has been out and the combination of players that we've had out has hurt more than having a big list.
Yeah.
It's just been inconvenient injuries at the wrong time, yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably hurt us more than if we had a massive injury list with no one to choose from. Is the type of players that we've lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has hurt us most. And we definitely noticed without Dawson on the field just how valuable he is.
Yeah. I'm not sure that he's a 66-point difference, but he's something. He's maybe it could have been a 56-point loss.
Yeah, respectable. I've just checked the weather and it's going to be a shower or 2 and 14 degrees in Geelong.
Yeah, raining goals, baby.
Hell yeah.
But what if there's 3 or 4 showers?
I don't know. A shower or 2. I don't know what time of the day. It's going to be, it's tough.
What's the over-under line of showers in Geelong on Saturday?
Oh, you can't bet on weather.
I need to know.
What are they doing?
There's got to be a way.
Come on, Bob. What are you doing?
So, what are we saying? So, we're saying Himmelberg probably?
Yeah.
Dawson in.
Cook out.
Got Smith back in, I think.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think. I'm not saying I want. I'm saying I think.
Right. Jones didn't play much of a game coming back in, but I'd prefer to see him playing some games rather than Smith.
Keep him in the side because he's had a few weeks out.
Murphy was very poor, but we all know that he's not going anywhere.
I feel like they could drop Taylor. He did all right, but maybe just to swap for Dawson, just because we can't play too many players, unfortunately.
We can't have 19.
God damn it.
Fuck North Adelaide.
It felt like Hawthorn had about 25 of them out there most of the time.
Yeah.
And the issue
3 of those were Jarman Impey because he was running so quickly.
The issue for anyone getting dropped this week is that there's no SANFL. We've got the bye this week.
Oh,
yes, we do.
Yeah, so there's not an opportunity to prove yourself.
And with that win on the weekend for the SANFL, I think there's a chance they can make finals now after a terrible start.
Yeah, we're pushing with 6.
We are 7th, but only 1 game outside the top 5.
So we're knocking the Eagles out of the 5 just to cause some more pain. Jimmy Rowe, we're coming for you again.
Why do all my teams hate me? All right. I reckon not Curtin. Worrell has to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Has to. After 31 touches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Easily.
I just hope not for Curtin.
No. I think he needs a decent run of games now.
Yeah. All right, there's about 20 changes, so the club just got to pick some of them and it'll be all right.
Yeah, we just need the selection team to copy our selection table and it'll be all great.
Yeah. Do you reckon they've got badges?
I was going to say, get the player badges out and just toss the ones you don't want.
I've not been shy about the fact that I don't like him. Not that I don't. I'm sure he's a lovely gentleman, but someone who I've not enjoyed playing all that much is Sam Berry, so I wouldn't mind seeing Sam Berry.
He was pretty, he had a pretty average game.
He's very one-dimensional.
He's doing well to replicate Crouch's game.
He could apparently be back.
Oh,
there was talks of him coming back last week.
He'll play in this SANFL surely. Oh wait, there's no.
No, what
a shame! He's delayed a week for him to come back into the main side.
But that's pretty incredible because he was supposed to be out for the season.
Yeah, same with Worrell. I feel like his injury was meant to be like pretty much all the year.
Yeah, well, I mean, we only have 4 games left, but
yeah.
But
there's a chance we can make the finals. Apparently,
exactly right. 1 in a billion, but you're telling me there's a chance.
It's still there, guys.
If half the teams just self-combust.
If they fold and just leave the league, we could be a chance.
Yeah.
All right, who wins and how much, guys?
I'm gonna say, sorry to bring down the all this optimism we've got after the last game, but I'm gonna say that Geelong win. I'm gonna say about like 30 points. Just one of those I'm predicting just one of those games where we're never really in it, but they never really put the foot down either. It's just kind of. We go through the whole game like, yep, all right, we're losing this.
We're like 2 goals down halfway through the 3rd quarter and like, we're on, we're a chance, and then they just kick away.
Yeah, that's what I'm predicting.
This is so hard. Part of me is like, no, we can do it. And then the other part of me that's like real is like, definitely not. You know what? I'm going to say Crows by 5 points.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Like an after the siren goal.
Turn me
probably.
up.
Probably.
Will I be alive after it? No, probably not.
I've got to go the draw. Because it simultaneously breaks the curse and doesn't break the curse at the same time.
Okay.
Which I like. And we need it. We've had a lack of draws. What's going on? We started the season so well.
We were on track to break the record
to break the record, so we need to get a
One
draw
more.
to equal the record of 5 in a season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just got to do one more draw, maybe against Port. For a showdown, and that would just be a great way to end the season.
I think Adelaide would combust if there was a draw in a showdown.
Could you imagine? Especially with how much is likely to be riding on the line for Port. If we made it, oh, geez, that would be something.
What if we only draw to feline teams like the Lions, and then what about? We played the Tigers. Oh yeah, okay. No, don't worry.
The Tigers feline.
Don't worry.
That game didn't count.
No.
I cannot see us getting anywhere near Geelong, to be perfectly honest. They have too much to play for and we have nothing to play for. And standing there for over an hour yesterday watching us not kick a single goal has really just dampened my spirits.
It does something to a person.
It does. It does. I just feel like a soulless person. So I'm saying Geelong by 50.
50. Oh.
And the sportsbet line for Geelong is only 21 points. If you want to responsibly gamble on that is where I would be putting my money.
Yeah, fair enough.
And as Elodie mentioned, the SANFL have the bye this week, so there will not be any action over there. We're about to head over to Segment Street on Patreon, so you can catch us over there. We'll have a bit of a chat about how fantasy's going, talk about some of the other games that happened. Ben may have some Beryl and Cecil of the week. He might have a little
Shouldn't be hard to find.
Definitely not. But thank you once again, everyone. Of course, we have got lots of things on the Patreon. We've got our obscure crows, our pre-rolls. Today we talked about some very interesting topics that I will not repeat. Head on over there to listen to those. You can catch us on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It's at Crowject. Thank you again to our Patreons. And of course you can get our merch at crowject.bigcartel.com. I just released last week, maybe, this new design that I'm wearing, the Crom Eras.
It is great.
Jumper, thank you so much. I'm obsessed with it, so make sure you head over there and get it yourself. We've obviously got our scarves, beanies, stubby holders, stickers, air fresheners, all the cool stuff. Don't forget your pose. It's perfect for the winter.
Yes.
Beautiful and cozy.
I wore mine last night watching the F1 on the couch. It was very cozy, very
snug. Beautiful. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lleyton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elodie.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone else. And go Crom.
Go Crom.
Go Crom.
Break the curse. Maybe.
He's waiting for the free kick, but here's Nigel Smart. Smart can go through and kick a goal.
35 metres out, right on the boundary line, and surely not. Oh no, he's done it. And he's done one. The Crows are going to win. The unbelievable win. There's the song. There's tears. Taylor 5. Debutante. That bitch is football. Oh wow. That, my friends, is football. Look around, soak this up, because this is a